This session covers editing a medication before it is administered, discontinuing a medication due to error after it is administered, and discontinuing a medication before the end date. There are times when medications will need to be edited or discontinued due to such things as clerical error, we all make mistakes, or possibly a change in medication for the student. The rule of thumb is if a medication has not been administered, it can be edited. It is always a good idea to check and recheck your entries as you add them to try to avoid mistakes. If, however, a medication has been administered and a mistake is found afterward, the medication will need to be discontinued and re-entered correctly. In both situations, you will select Prescriptions under the Maintenance bar. In this example, it was determined before the medication was administered that the administration time was entered incorrectly. Therefore, we are able to edit the medication because it has not been administered yet. We are beginning by searching for the student. And when the prescription log comes up, we are selecting this prescription that needs to be edited and clicking Select. The edit needs to be made on the Scheduled Items tab because that is where you enter the time of day that the student will take the medication. The edit is supposed to be for the time that the medication is taken. So to change that, I'm going to select it and click the Edit button. And now I'm able to go in and enter the time that the medication is supposed to be given, which is 9:30, and then I'm going to click Save. Now I double check my entry and then click OK to save and close. In the next example, an error was found after a medication had been administered. In this case, we are going to have to discontinue this entry and re-enter it correctly. We will search for the prescription, enter the name of the student, and click Select. On the prescription log page, we will select the prescription that needs to be discontinued and click Select. The first thing you will do is in the special instructions, you will go in and type the reason that you are discontinuing the medication. Go ahead and enter your initials and the date that you are making the change. Then select the Authorizations tab and go to the area for Request to Discontinue. Check the box and search for the person who will be authorizing this, which will be yourself, the clerical person, and click Select. Go ahead and choose Written and the date to discontinue, which would be today. Go up and click the Save button, which refreshes you back to the information screen, and then click OK. To verify our entry, we will pull our student up again from the prescription link. And when the prescription log comes up, we can click on the Inactive tab, and that will show the date that we discontinued. We could actually click on that link and click Select and find that a record is kept of where we discontinued the medication. If a medication is no longer to be taken at school before the end date listed has been reached, the original medication will need to be discontinued early. If this is not done, the medication will continue to show as active on the student's record, and if it is a scheduled medication, will show on the scheduled items log, which must be reconciled every day. Remember that you do need a written authorization to discontinue early. Begin by searching for the student. And then select the prescription that is going to be discontinued early. When the record opens up, click on the Authorizations tab. Check the Request to Discontinue box. Select the Browser button and search for the person who is authorizing to discontinue. Be sure to check the Written box. MNPS only accepts written authorizations, no exceptions. Enter the date the medication is to be discontinued at school. This date can be different from the authorization date. For example, it may be that the medication will be stopped as of this coming Friday. The medication will be moved to the discontinued file, and once the discontinued date is reached, it will no longer show on the scheduled items log. It can no longer be administered in Health Office. Click the Save button. And click OK. To double check our entry, we will pull up the student again using the prescription link. And you will see on the prescription log that the medication is still there, but we do have the discontinued date showing now. And once that date is reached, it will move to the Inactive tab on the prescription search. This concludes this lesson.